Indecent images are photos, videos, or other computer data that's capable of being turned into a photo or video. To be classed as an indecent image, the image must depict a person under the age of 18. There are three categories of indecent images. Category A is the most serious. Category A generally depicts penetrative sexual activity. Category B, non-penetrative sexual activity. And Category C, erotic poses. Indecent image investigations can be extremely stressful for an individual. The investigation itself can be quite lengthy. The investigation generally begins by police attending at your home address with a search warrant in order to seize electronic devices. They may arrest you and take you to the police station in order to interview you there and then. Alternatively, it may be that they simply seize the electronic devices and make arrangements to interview you on a voluntary basis at a later date. It's important to remember that you're entitled to seek legal advice, and it's crucial that you speak to a solicitor. The police will have your electronic devices electronically analysed, and that can take many months. Once the results of the forensic analysis have come back to the police, it may be that they want to conduct a second interview with you to discuss the results of the analysis. Generally speaking, that interview would take place on a voluntary basis. For a charging decision to be made, the police will then send their file to the Crown Prosecution Service, who will then decide whether it's appropriate to bring a prosecution, having regard to whether there is a realistic prospect of conviction, and secondly, whether it's in the public interest to prosecute you. Indecent image investigations can be relatively lengthy. The average is approximately 6 to 12 months, although some investigations can be shorter and some can be much lengthier. The police will often release an individual after arrest, subject to pre-charge bail, for a period of up to 3 months initially. However, that timescale will generally be extended, or the individual will be released under investigation instead, as the investigation is unlikely to be completed within that initial 3-month period. In some cases, the images themselves may be of a relatively low-level category. In those scenarios, it may be feasible to seek to persuade the Crown Prosecution Service that it's not in the public interest to prosecute. This may be particularly relevant to a case where a client has accessed help during the investigative period and sought to deal with any issues, for example, a porn addiction. This can be particularly relevant where a client has relevant vulnerabilities. It's absolutely crucial that anyone attending for an interview with the police seeks legal advice. There is meticulous preparation that can be undertaken. We can speak with the officer beforehand and obtain disclosure, essentially a summary of the evidence in relation to the case. We can discuss this with you and decide upon a strategy to be adopted for the interview. The CPS will often charge suspects with making of an indecent image as opposed to possession of an indecent image. This may cause concern, but it doesn't mean making in the traditional sense. The court's definition of making an indecent image can include opening an email attachment, storing an image, downloading an image, or accessing a website where an indecent image pops up. At Olliers, we understand that being under investigation in relation to indecent images is extremely stressful and distressing for our clients. The vast majority of our clients have no prior involvement with the criminal justice system, and we're here at Olliers to guide you through every step of the process.